So Survivor's about to launch, and share this American movie moment that happens while you're talking with Bert on the beach.
I haven't thought about this for so long. I know what you're talking about. Okay, wow, man. So, I kept in touch with Bert, the guy I was nanny for in Malibu. And I was at his house, and it was on a Sunday afternoon. I'm drinking some Chardonnay. I'm at a Broad beach house, like really, really, really expensive Malibu beach house on like 4 lots on Broad Beach. And I'm there. I knew them very well. I'd been in that family. I mean, I'm a friendly guy, and I quickly transferred from being nanny to being part of the family, still with responsibilities, but being treated not as a servant, but as part of the family. And now I'd left and about to launch Survivor. And I'm on the beach, and I see an aeroplane coming by. And it was towing a banner. And it said, Wednesday, Survivor premieres. I think it was May 31st, something like that. And I said to Bert, wow, I cannot believe this. That's my show. I didn't know CBS were going to tow beach banners behind planes. And literally my show's going, this is an unbelievable Hollywood moment. I'm standing in the house. A minute ago, I was the nanny. And now, I don't know what it really was, but maybe, I think that was 2000. So it would have been like 10 years earlier or whatever. That I was nanny. And now, I have a network TV show about to launch. And Bert says to me, he said, well, you should buy a house on this beach when it all works out. I'm like, whoa, Now remember, I was only being paid very, very little, I think a few $100,000 for the entire 2 years of work. A lot, but not really when you break down the responsibility of like a survivor. And I said, no, these are like, $10 or $20 million homes. And I said, yeah, sure, that's like an American dream. And he said, by the way, the house next door's for sale. He said, in fact, Whoopi Goldberg was looking at it this week. And I said, God, that would be a real American dream, right? That I'd make enough money to buy the house next door. He said, no. The American dream is I downsize next door and you buy this house. That's the American dream. And I realized that's how Americans think, right? I now do live on the same stretch of beach in a bigger house. And that really is the American dream. I drive by there all the time. I also drive past that Beverly Hills house all the time. On my own, on the way to various meetings, because I like to drive myself around, and I like to think. I often pull up outside the house in Beverly Hills where I was a nanny, outside the room, the window where I slept, in that room, in what was the maid's, nanny's quarters. And boy, I know how grateful I am, how lucky I am of everything I learned from being a nanny, because I decided, if this is my gig right now, I better be the best I can possibly be at this and get to know them, be friends with them, provide value for money to them, and learn what I can learn. And I did also learn one other thing. I didn't genuinely believe any of them were smarter than me. As smart, but not smarter. I knew I had some instinctual thing in me of street smarts that would do well in America.